What is the best boarding school in order to play college soccer? I'm the college soccer guy and I help you play college soccer, and we're going to go through the following schools. We're going to go through BlackRock, Barca Residency, Shattuck St. Mary's, IMG Academy, and another one called Spire. If there's another one that I missed, I'd love for you to tell me. Could you please put it in the comments below so I can do a review of that one? Okay, what I love about BlackRock is it is a professional type of organization. They have a specific pyramid that really talks about, hey, this is the levels you can see for you to move up. And because they have what would be called a first team, which is like, it's technically a semi-pro team, but also acts like a pro team. If you're 16 and you're doing really well, they can send you up an age group. And that is really the best way to get better at soccer. So I really like BlackRock from a soccer perspective because they have a pyramid where you're moving up age groups in order to improve. So if you're doing really well in your age group, you can move up and up and up. On top of that, the academics of BlackRock are very, very good. It's one of the best schools there are when it comes to the academic portion. Now, I'm reviewing it from a specific college soccer perspective. So they've got a great pyramid. They've got good coaches. They're part of USL Academy, which is very good. But how does it rank up with exposure? So when I look at it from an exposure perspective, BlackRock play basically against other MLS Next teams and other prep teams. And so because of that, the exposure level is very good. If I give it on a scale of 10 being the best and 1 being the worst, it's like an 8.5. Okay, it's very good. You're going to get exposure. Now, because of the reputation of BlackRock, it's like a 10 out of 10. If you're playing for BlackRock, you're being considered by top level Division III academic schools and Division I schools. And to give you an idea, here are the students that they've committed to the following schools, which is a lot of schools and a lot of very good academic schools. But we're going to compare this to a couple other of the boarding schools, and this is not as impressive as you'll see some other ones from what they've shown on their website, but these are amazing. Princeton, Stanford, St. These are all amazing Division I, Division III academic schools, and they've done a really good job, and they have a big connection with the international. So if you're an international, coming to this program would be, oh my gosh, would be incredible. So BlackRock is very good. The other thing to know is there's different forms within BlackRock. So you've got Northwood, High Mowing, Western Reserve, and Immaculate. We have a student at Northwood and another one at Western Reserve, but they're under the label of BlackRock. It's just different locations. So if you're playing ECNL RL or you're not playing MLS Next, you should totally consider this school for sure. If you're playing MLS Next and you'd have to compare MLS Next to BlackRock, it's going to come to an academic decision where I would say to you, you know what? If your school is starting to struggle because of the travel requirements of MLS Next, you should play BlackRock. If you're playing on a top-level MLS Next team, say in the top 30, I might say, hey, stay in MLS Next. The exposure rate, as opposed to being 8.5 with BlackRock, is a 10 out of 10 with your MLS Next team that's affiliated with a pro team, assuming you're playing minutes. But BlackRock has a really good reputation. So if you're debating BlackRock, it's a good thing. And I would totally encourage you to apply because they've got great coaches and it's a really great, prestigious organization that helps kids play college soccer and absolutely helps them go pro. Okay, so that's BlackRock. I just want to explore with you really quickly their website together just to give you an understanding. So when you go to their website at the beginning, the first thing they're showing you is their pyramid. Okay, so they want you to start early. And any of these websites that have camps, like here it says clinics, and you can come to their camps, that's a way for them to make money and also recruit you into their organization. But BlackRock has a great reputation of helping kids, and almost all their kids do have a very good chance of playing college soccer, especially if you do what they say. If you're not sure and you don't want to play college soccer, you'll still have a great college experience. But if you're going to BlackRock, you're going to basically become a college soccer player in high school, and they expect you to want to do so. And because of their USL2 team, the USL2 is a very high level of soccer. You get a lot more exposure to better players. USL2 is not always great for recruiting, but really good for development. So I'm really happy that they have it, and you can see their residential program is a little bit later. So this is very good. Then you can see they've helped players go to the pro level often, many times, and that's really cool. Jack Harrison is a player that they helped, and he got signed by Manchester City and is a baller, of course. Then I just want to show you one other thing. When you look at their spring clinics, they talk about the opportunity to join as a junior. So if you're in 6th, 7th, 8th grade, this is something you should definitely consider because, and they talk about here like as little kids, but I'm talking more about 6th, 7th, 8th grade, talking to them because they only accept so many kids per year. And if you want to play at BlackRock, you have to be really mindful of that. Now, here they can see how this says, stay tuned for information on 2020. This is not updated, which is, of course, not a good thing when it comes to reviewing their website. But they also have a huge international connection, BlackRock. So if you're an international player, this would be something to certainly consider. And they have done an amazing job with their players. The amount of players that have gone on to Stanford, for example, Faso is from another country. She's from the United States. She went to American. He went to Yale, and he's from Nigeria. He's from Ghana. So you can see there's an international connection to BlackRock. But even if you're not international, BlackRock is still very good. He's from New Jersey, went to Virginia. So this is good. But this is class of 2022. So the reason I want you to notice this is this is 2020, and this is Brandeis, good D3 school. So BlackRock are amazing, okay? Amazing. But now I want to show you another one. This is Barca. Okay, when you go to Barca residence page, okay, when you go to their home page, this is what their home page looks like. Okay, these are all very good players. He plays in MLS right now. He's a baller. He plays for the national team. These are all the highest level players. So when it comes to soccer, this is good. Now, they have tryouts and camps. So the reason, and they also have camps themselves. When an organization has camps, it's for two reasons. One, to make money, and two, to find the best kids. Going to this camp, to me, of all the ones I'm going to show you, I personally think Barca is the best one from a soccer perspective, not school. From a soccer perspective, it's the best one by far. So if we can look at pro signings, but I'm a college soccer guy, so that's what I care about. And look how they've organized it. Are this organized when it comes to where their class have committed? And I can tell you because I know a lot of these players, like this guy, Eric Zavaleta, he's my age. He plays for LA Galaxy right now, and then he played for Toronto. He's a baller. You know, these are really good players that played college soccer and then went on to play pro. And if you look at this, Division One. Yavapai's junior college. This is Division One. This is City College. This is Division Two. So the point is, it goes back and forth. But that was that year. Let me just show you the most recent year. The most recent year, look, Division One, Division One, Division One, Division One, Division One, Division Two, Division One, Division Three, Division 1. So this is just 2024. It's not even done yet. Let's look at their 23, which is more recent. This is Division 1, 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 Division 3, Division 1. Okay, so a lot of D1 schools, not always the top academics though. So like BlackRock is more academic oriented. This is more soccer oriented, but Division 1, Division 1, Division 1, Division 1. And then if you looked at BlackRock again, when we look at their class, look how many schools they're listed here. There's about 40 schools here. Not nearly as many as Barca Residency, which has, in 1 year alone, they have all of those schools. And look how clean they made it. They really want you to know, hey, we produce very good soccer players, but not as much on the academic side. But look, this guy went to Duke. I mean, that's very, very good academic. So one argument would be Barca is better than BlackRock. BlackRock's a little bit more international, but also Barca is a bit more soccer oriented, and of course has the Barca logo to it. But this is amazing. They're so good. The players that come out of here are very good. I have students that I work with from Barca Academy and at BlackRock. So when they work with me, that means that something is happening within the organization where they're like, we still need extra help. So they're contacting me. But I can tell you that from a college recruiting perspective, from the emails you have to write and the exposure you get and the coaches that they can connect you to, BlackRock and Barca are very, very good. Okay, now let's do Shattuck. So Shattuck St. Mary's is in the Midwest. It's specifically known for hockey, but it is very good for soccer. Now, I've scoured the website, and I can find their schedule, which is really helpful because this shows you their exposure rate. So their exposure rate on a scale of 1 to 10, I give like a 7.5 to 8.5. Let's do 8.5. This is very good. They're playing against MLS teams. This is MLS team. This is MLS Next team. These are very good MLS Next team. So they play against MLS Next team. So it's a 9. It's a 9, not an 8. It's a 9 out of 10. They're very, very good when it comes to exposure. But then when I try and find out where their alumni are, I've scoured the website and I cannot find it everywhere. I've looked up on Google Shattuck St. Mary's alumni, and this is the page I eventually found, and it shows me hockey first. Then it shows me soccer. Ohio State, amazing. Notre Dame, amazing. Penn, amazing. Rhode Island, amazing. Northern Michigan, very good. Nebraska, very good. But that's it. But 7 people, that doesn't really make sense. This is just in 2024, but I tried to find, which is amazing because 2024 is not that long. But personally, I will have committed 3 times as many people to better schools than this, and I'm just one person, and I'm helping you guys in the environments you are. This is literally built to help kids play college soccer, and they're very good, but nothing like Barca and nothing like BlackRock. But still very good. Okay, if you're discussing these teams, you're talking about playing Division I college soccer and getting an amazing education and being part of an organization that you may not get. So I tried to find, this was 2023. I tried to find their whole list, and I've looked everywhere on all the websites, and I just couldn't find anything. I'll Google it with you right now again. But Shattuck St. Mary's commitments to soccer. I tried to find more, and basically look, has a full-time residency program, players trained daily, etc. Has 99% of its players play collegiate soccer. So it's amazing. It's still amazing. Now, I haven't been able to find it on the website very easily, which is not as good, is all I'm saying, as Barca Academy or even BlackRock. I'd like there to be an easy list of all the commitments. Now, I know Shattuck commit kids. I played with a kid from Shattuck when I was in college and at the pro level. He was a baller. So Shattuck's amazing. Okay, that takes us to IMG. So IMG is notoriously one of the best. Now you can see here, just looking at their website, look how much they talk about price right away. Okay, none of the other schools even mention price. So IMG is like a company. The other thing with IMG is you can go play for IMG and be part of their NAL team or their MLS Next team. So their thing is, we have more level teams. If you go play at Barca, you're playing for MLS Next. If you play Shattuck, you're playing for MLS Next. If you're playing for BlackRock, you're playing for MLS Next level team. There is no second, third, fourth tier. IMG is, we have multiple tiers for different level kids who have different goals. And this is the way they promote IMG, to me, feels much more like a company, much more like, look, they have a huge connection with NCSA, and they tell you the price right away for camps. Okay, this is just a camp. This has nothing to do with being part of their team. This is just a camp. And that's, what IMG do when I look up, this is boys soccer camp. When I looked up their girls soccer, which is the same, the girls soccer program and the boys soccer program, it says call us, request a consult, apply now. It gives me very, camp-y vibes, meaning let's work together. But IMG is amazing, and they have a huge connection with NCSA, which I don't really like NCSA. But I have 3 students at IMG, which says to you, look, IMG is supposed to do this on your own. You're not supposed to need me for IMG. You're supposed to be able to do the recruiting process without me. But these students are requesting my help even with IMG. But I can tell you, as we do the recruiting process with them, IMG is unbelievable. These kids are amazing soccer players. They're getting recruited by the best schools. IMG is phenomenal. So in terms of exposure rate, it's 10 out of 10. Academics, it's 10 out of 10. So just to review everybody, BlackRock exposure rate is basically 10 out of 10. Barca's 11 out of 10. Shattuck, I would say, is 10 out of 10 exposure. IMG Academy is 10 out of 10 exposure as well. When it comes to academics, BlackRock is 10 out of 10. Barca's more like 7 out of 10. Shattuck is 10 out of 10. IMG is 10 out of 10. So it's very good. So Barca to me is the best soccer one. Now there is one more. It's called Spire that I want to show you. And Spire is this other one that is a residential basically academy where you live there and you train. My biggest concern when I was researching it is, the coach is from Argentina, and which is amazing for getting better at soccer, but it says here, he's a professional coach at all levels, but it never mentions college. There's no mention of college soccer. So Spire is not one I'm very familiar with. One of our students was recruited by them, so of course I did my research, and compared to the other ones, I don't like Spire from what I saw. It's an amazing time to get better at soccer, but I don't see a pyramid that directly correlates with college soccer. So for me, I don't love Spire that as much, but I'm happy to be proven wrong if somebody has more information on it. But from what I called them, it's not specific enough for soccer for me, but it's got great academics. So those are all of the boarding schools that basically exist in order to help you play college soccer at the highest level. If you want more help deciding which one to go to, once you go to them, how do you leverage that to college soccer? That's what I do with my students, obviously. If you want more help, I'm the College Soccer Guy. Description below, or call me, and I'll talk to you soon.